Welcome to the Brave Woman Podcast. I'm your host, Tanya Lynn, founder of Sistership Circle and author of Open Your Heart and The Art of Leading Circle. I'm the mother of 2 girls, an 8 on the Enneagram, aka the Challenger, happily married to my business partner, Brent, love connecting with nature, and have put in well over 10,000 hours circling with other women. On this podcast, we will explore how to embody the brave woman so that you can take action on your dreams and desires, unapologetically speak your truth, and live life on your own terms. Grab a seat and a cup of tea, and let's get started. Welcome back to the Brave Woman Podcast. Woo! It has been a last couple weeks. Wow. We had our Rise into Leadership event, which was just off the charts. Oh my goodness. I had changed our event from 1 day to 3 days, and it felt like it made such a difference to really drop into the space and feel so connected. And I was just floored by the vulnerability and authenticity in the space. And we did a circle demo, and we had so many of our graduates sharing and so much incredible content. And today is our final day for registration for the fall cohort, our 14th cohort for How to Lead Circle, our 12-week level 1 certification program. It has been amazing to be welcoming these new women in, and I'm ready for a little break. So I thought today I would share with you one of the things that I shared during Rise on day 3, and that is our circle business model. And I think that this is really important, and I think it's something that really makes Sistership Circle stand out, because we're not just interested in teaching you how to facilitate, we're interested in teaching you how to create a circle business. Or if you have a business as a coach, healer, therapist, that you can incorporate circle and you can incorporate these different steps into your business. And that gets me really, really excited. And I want to share this with you. When Brent and I really dug in to see the business model that I had been running and outline it, and then create the structure of Sistership Circle to support women in going through these different levels, it was a game changer for our business. And it kept us really focused. And that is something that I see so many women struggle with. Lack of focus. Doing way too many things that have nothing to do with each other, and there is really no direction. There is no North Star. And so this circle business model can be applied to really any business. And I think it will help you to see how you can create that focus, and also how you can really grow a 6-figure business, doing coaching and healing and incorporating circles into it. So let's roll up our sleeves and talk about the circle business model. So the first thing that I want to go over is the 3 secrets that I have discovered to grow your circle business. The first one is that you need to work smarter, not harder, by understanding how a business model works, and specifically starting to understand the circle business model if you want to have circles in your business. Number 2 is that you need a structure and a plan, which is the masculine. And this is where so many women get really loosey-goosey, but then they're not having the results that they're looking for because they are resisting that structure and planning part that is essential for any business. And then number 3 is that you need to bring your feminine magnetism to your messaging. And your messaging is both the words that you're using that are landing with your client, the woman who you really want to work with, but it's also the energy behind the words. It's the excitement, it's the enthusiasm, it's the medicine that you bring, and the strengths that you carry with your unique archetype. And these are some of the things that we went into at the event. So understanding that we can then start to look at, well, what is the circle business model and how do we really plan? And so I'm going to go over those things. So we have 4 different levels, and these 4 levels correspond to the different programs that we have at Sistership Circle. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about that. But once you start to see these levels, you can start to see where you're at with your business and how you can start up leveling and bringing more money into your business. And I'm actually going to take you through the numbers, and then I'm going to pop those into the show notes so you can actually visualize this. You can see this. You can see these numbers on paper. So our first level is the sister gatherings. This is like your foundation. This is the place where you are creating monthly circles, monthly circle gatherings. And this is what's building the foundational community for your business. And this is where everyone gets started, including myself back in 2010. I did monthly circle gatherings all through 2010. And this is what we primarily focus on in How to Lead Circle. That's why this is our level 1 certification program, is how do you get that first circle started, that first circle gathering, and what are all the things that you need to know to fill it, to lead it, and then to grow it. And then you can go on to level 2. So why do we say that these are monthly? Okay, so here is where so many women get caught. Let's say you have a lot of women show up at your full moon circle and you think, oh, well then I should just start doing new moon as well. No. What's going to happen is you are going to create more supply than demand. What you want to start doing is thinking about your circle gatherings as the place where you are creating the party. These gatherings, you want to have at least 20 women there. I would say that you're building up towards like 30 or 40. Now, if you're thinking, well, how the heck do I run a circle with 30 to 40 people? It's very doable. In fact, I could create intimacy, I could create connection with 70 women in a room, right? So it's really understanding the fundamentals and the foundational skills to be able to create intimacy and connection. It's not about the number of women you have there. But you want to shift your mindset that these are not actually your regular circles. These are your gatherings. Women gather. You want a lot of people at the gathering because that's what's going to draw more people in. People are going to feel like they're part of a large community gathering. They feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. There's a lot of energy in the room, and they want more of that. But you don't give them more of that. You give that to them once a month, right? So then they're looking forward to it every month. All of a sudden, if someone thinks, oh, well, there's a new moon and a full moon. Well, I don't feel like going to the new moon. I'll just go to the full moon. And then the full moon comes around. It's like, oh, well, I don't need to go to this one. I'll just go to the next full moon. And then they just don't come, right? So too many choices and people start to fall off. You want to really bring that energy together and have it spiral up. You want people to get excited. You want a lot of energy in the room. And again, it's more of a gathering. It's more of a taste test. This is not your money maker. This is your way of people coming in and getting an idea and a sense of the community that you're building, that they want to be a part of. They don't go too deep because it's an introduction, right? That's why we want to keep it a monthly gathering. And then when you build up enough momentum there and you have enough women, you have 20, 30 women showing up consistently, that's when you then go to level 2. And this is the leap. And this is where you can actually start making money with your circles. Level 2 is where you bring in a 6, 8, or 12-week circle program. And this is where now you're really holding circle. So with the gatherings, they're circle gatherings. You're still using some of the distinctions of circle. People are still sharing. They're doing ritual. They're feeling connected, right? They're feeling supported, but they want to go deeper. They want to go on that transformational journey that circle offers. There's a commitment that's required for that, right? A longer term commitment for 6, 8, 12 weeks. And they're going to commit with with a group of women, right? So that they're creating those bonds. They're not only going deeper within themselves by going on that transformational journey from the medicine that you're bringing, but they're and the medicine of the circle, but they're also having this profound healing with sisterhood, right? And those connections that they're having them can last for a really long time. And then those people that go through your program, what I call your signature circle program, because it's based on what you bring as a facilitator, what makes you unique, but it's also bringing in the circle medicine, the circle distinctions, right? It has a circle container. That's what differentiates it from other group programs out there. But once they have that, then they're like, oh my God, I need to bring more people into this community, right? So they become the pillars for the community. And then they could go back to the gatherings on every month, right? And then they can help you to enroll women into the next program that you offer. And then you just keep rolling these programs one on top of another. And that's then what you become known for. This is why it's called your signature circle program. So if I look back, 2010, I started. And I did my first program 5 months later, 5 months after I started my gatherings. Now, I didn't know what I was doing. So it wasn't a signature program. It was just, hey, let's get together weekly and commit to each other. And everyone's going to stay for 12 weeks. We kind of had a rough outline of what we were doing. And everyone paid, right? So they were invested. They were committed. And then I came out with my book. And I used my book as the curriculum in 2014 to create the Open Your Heart 12-week circle program. And that one I just kept rolling. And in fact, I started to have other women to lead those. And so we had multiple Open Your Heart circles happening. And then we had our monthly gatherings on top of that, right? So now we've got community. We got people, and those women actually who were in the 12-week Open Your Heart curriculum, that program, 10 years later, they're still coming to Circle. They're still coming to the gatherings. In fact, just last week, I saw a bunch of them, which was amazing, in San Diego, because I've been in Costa Rica. And they were like, okay, I think since you're here right now in San Diego, let's start one. Let's do another 12-week program. That's how powerful it was. So here's the kicker. You make more money because people are committed. They're investing in that. They're paying a higher amount because of the transformational value, right? And you're weaving in an intention and outcome. You're taking them on a journey from point A to point B. So this is our level 2, right? Because it's going to require more from you in your leadership and your facilitation, holding a longer container, asking for more money, right? So this is our Medicine of Circle program, formerly known as Business of Circle. We've modified and shifted it to really have it be about you and your medicine combined with the circle medicine to create this potent signature circle program. Then level 3 is you add in retreats and one-to-one coaching, healing, therapy. Okay. So these are the add-ons. This is to enhance your package. Because what happens is when women are going through a 12-week circle, many times they're asking, when are we doing our sleepover? So you incorporate that. You add in a 3 or 2 day retreat. And some of them want more of that personalized attention. And so you add in the one-to-one work. And what does that mean? That means that you get to raise your rates. Now you could always create a option A, option B, right? You could just do the program, or you can add the add-ons. So you could have 2 different prices. But essentially, this is what's going to expand your business. This is what's going to take women deeper. And so you can actually start charging more money. And this is where we can then have you start reaching into higher income levels. And this is where we have level 3. This is Mastery of Circle. This is where we start to bring everything together and just having you more advanced with your skills, creating these transformational experiences in all these different ways. Now, you can see here that this is creating focus, right? So instead of just doing some one-off retreat that's going to be a lot of work, that's not actually attached to a program, so there's no integration, you could be spending actually a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy, just putting off this one-off retreat that has nothing to do with anything else that you're building, versus putting your retreat inside of your program enhancing, bringing the value up of your program. Can you see that? Okay, and then level 4 is, once you have your signature circle program, women are loving it, you refined it, you've ran it a few times, you really see that you have something that women want, you can start training others, other leaders, to do what you do. So like with Open Your Heart, I started to have women shadow me as the leader, and then they were able to go on and lead the Open Your Heart curriculum by themselves. So we were able to have multiple Open Your Heart circle programs happening at one time. So I'm duplicating myself, right? That's level 4. This is what we call the trainer. The trainer is the one who's teaching others to do what you do. And honestly, this was really the way that I created a 6-figure business and had Sistership Circle take off and become an internationally renowned brand, because I stepped into level 4 as the trainer. Okay? And now I have other trainers, so I have trained other trainers to then lead our trainer, or our facilitators in how to lead circle. Okay, so let's do the math. Let me show you how this works. So if you have 10 women who come to your gathering for $20, that's $200 a month. Now, you have those same 10 women come to your 8-week circle, and they're paying $200 each. You just went up to $1,000 a month. That's a big jump, right? Not only that, but you're now making $1,000 in month 1 and $1,000 in month 2 without doing any effort in month 2. With the gatherings, you're only making $200 that first month, and you got to do it all over again and enroll people into month 2. So you still got a lot of work. You got more work that you're doing for less money. Now, let's say that you have those 10 women, and they're now in a 12-week circle. Got $1,000 a month, but now you're making that $1,000 a month 1, month 2, and month 3. So month 2 and 3, no effort. You're just showing up, leading that circle. You don't have to worry about getting women there. You don't need to worry about making phone calls. They're showing up because they've committed. So now you're making $3,000. So that's going to take more capacity, right, on your part. More capacity because you have to hold that longer container. You're going to hold those same women for a longer period of time, stretching yourself, right? This is where it's an up level. This is why not everyone's able to do this, because you need to have the skills. You have to have the energetic capacity, the emotional capacity, right? You got to hold them for a longer period and receive more compensation. Okay, so now, let's say those 10 women at the 8-week circle are now also doing 1-to-1. So you bumped up your price from $200 to $500. Now you've gone up from $1,000 a month to $2,500 a month, or $5,000 total. Same thing. If we do a 12-week circle, you're now making $7,500, so $2,500 3 months in a row. And now let's say you add in the retreat. So you got your 12-week circle, 10 women, and a retreat, and you charge $1,000. You're now making $10,000, or $3,333 a month. Wow. What would that do for you? Amazing. And not only that, but now they've had deeper transformation. They're super excited. They're telling all their friends. The next group of people who are coming to the gatherings are like, hey, I want to be part of that. Right? So then it just naturally snowballs. You have more people coming with less effort. Oh, this is just a game changer, right? And here's the thing. You're just building, and you're keeping everything laser focused. You start with the gathering. You then go to an 8-week circle. You then stretch that 8-week circle into a 12-week circle. You keep expanding your capacity. You can start learning or you could start practicing charging more. You then add the one-to-one. You then add the retreat. It's a step-by-step process. You keep refining your signature circle program, making it better, having client testimonials, having people talk about it, right? Keep making it better. Keep adding value. Keep looking at raising your price. And you can be making $5,000 a month just from that. Just from 10 women. Okay, so here's the keys. The more value that you add, the more money you can charge. Value goes up, price goes up. Your 8-week circle inherently has more value than a monthly gathering. You simply can't give the same amount of value if you do 2 monthly gatherings that aren't connected, aren't part of the same program. And this is where I see so many women get caught. And then they're wondering why they're feeling burned out, because they're overdoing it. They're not creating that container that's holding the women. The container's doing all the heavy lifting for you. You do less when you enroll women into the longer program, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take those referrals, those testimonials. It's going to take you having experience, you expanding your capacity, right? But the more that you put in, it's like you got to do that work up front, and then it starts to pay off. And that's exactly what I've been able to see. The second key is that it's all about how you package it, right? So if you package it, you add the one-to-one to the circle program, you got to say how that's going to enhance it. How is this adding more value? What are they going to get? Why do they need that one-to-one in addition to the circle, right? But that packaging is what then expands everything. That's what allows you to charge more. Okay, so now if you're concerned of like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to serve everyone, you can offer scholarships. So it's really about having everyone be able to do the gatherings, and everyone gets that taste of circle, and everyone gets to be part of community. But those who are really able to and willing to invest in themselves and want the transformational journey, because not everyone's ready for that, right? Those are the women who then get to go into the Signature Circle program. You only want those who are ready and willing to do the work, right? But you can always offer them a scholarship as well. Or you could do a sliding scale. But you want to have the value set, right? So that the women who are able to pay for that can, and that you can continue to expand your capacity to receive compensation. So you could be working on both levels here. Okay. So now I want to go into strategy and a plan to how do you build this. And we have 2 different plans, 2 different strategies based on 2 different archetypes. And these 2 archetypes are the activator and the nurturer. This is such a huge distinction that will blow your mind when you can really identify what you're better at. An activator is someone who's really good at bringing the women in. She's a fire starter. She gets things started, right? She runs fire energy. I am an activator. I take the initiative. I am a generator in human design. Like, I can make shit happen. So I am someone who's really good at bringing a bunch of people to the party. Okay. The other archetype is the nurturer. And these are the mothers, the sweet, loving mothers who are really good at taking care of everyone once they're there. You might not be as good at bringing the women in, but you're really good at retaining them. Now, this is something to consider when getting into partnership, is if you are an activator, you want to look at complementing your skill set, your qualities with a nurturer. That would be a really powerful match because you're bringing them in and she's retaining them. She's the one you're bringing people into the community. She's helping to keep the community glued. So there is a way, though, that you can build this circle business model in either the activator or nurture energy. So let's go over the nurture strategy. The first month is to put on that gathering. The second month is to put on that gathering, bringing more people in, nurturing them. The third month is that you're having one-to-one conversations with as many women as you can and enrolling them into the program that will start in month 4. This is a slow rolling, all about those intimate, deep connections, one-to-one connections that you're so good at. The activator does month 1, a gathering. She's kind of warming up. Month 2 is a gathering. But during month 1 and 2, she's networking. She's out there at every event. She is having as many conversations with other leaders. And then month 3, she puts on an epic launch party with 50 to 100 women there. And she brings all of that fire to inspire all these women. And she makes an offer at that event to the program that is starting in month 4. Can you see the difference between the two? Now, nurturers can easily do launches, and activators can easily do more of a slow rolling one-to-one conversation type of way of launching the program. But these do have different energies, and it's really finding which strategy feels best for you. And here's the thing, whenever you're up leveling and you're leaping from that first level of gatherings to the second level of programs, you're going through an initiation. All the things that you need to embody, all the lessons that you need to learn, and the way in which you need to expand your capacity happens in that enrollment period, preparing you for the program itself. And so this is why we like to add launches into our training programs to actually walk you step by step through that. That's what we're doing in Mastery. That's what we did in Business Circle. And so we want to hold you as you're going through that initiation that could be uncomfortable because you're leveling up. And when we level up, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Shadow comes up. All of our limited beliefs come up, right? And we work through them. And it's a hero's journey. The heroine's journey is when we go down into the depths of ourself to meet our soul. The hero's journey is when we are building something externally. We're scaling the mountain. If we're building a business, we have both. We have to go deeper within ourselves, get the medicine of circle, meet our soul, our feminine soul, right? We have to go on our heroine's journey, but we also have to go on our hero's journey because a business has both the masculine and the feminine. And this is what I love about what we do here is it's an integration. You can't totally have just a feminine business. You need structure. You need a plan. You need strategies. You need a mission. You need a purpose. Those are the masculine pieces. You need to take action, right? I love to run my business from the feminine. I'm leading from my feminine. I'm in flow. I'm listening to spirit. I am being divinely guided, but I am also very rooted in my masculine. I've got a plan. I've got structure. I've got strategy. I've got goals, right? But the feminine, I lead from that. So if I'm on this plan and something pops through, okay, let's course correct, right? So we're going like this versus completely linear. And that is how I believe we lead our businesses from the feminine. So I hope this was helpful for you today. Would love to hear from you. And if you're needing support in level 1, level 2, let's say you're already leading circles and you want to take it to the next level and create that signature circle program, then you can reach out and you can join our Medicine of Circle program. All you got to do is just shoot me an email at support@sistershipcircle.com. And yeah, we are excited to continue to support you so that we can together create 1 million circles on the planet. So get out there, sisters. Do the work, build community, get those circles out there. The world needs it. You just listened to this show. I'd love for you to leave the Brave Woman podcast an honest review. Reviews help podcasts like this one grow
making it more possible for me to devote my time, energy, and money to its production. If you take a screenshot of your review and email it to support@sistershipcircle.com, we'll send you one of our archetype activations as a thank you gift. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it.
Up next, have you ever been ghosted by another sister? In the next episode, Tara and I go deep into the sister wound and how we can lean in instead of cancel one another.